We are sharing a sea story tonight like few others. It centers on a Navy officer and nurse in Knoxville, born in 1923. Yes, she says this year she celebrated birthday 100.
I had not made full lieutenant. I have 1.5 stripes on there.
Navy nurse Ruth Coughlin lights up talking about her military service.
I thought it was a wonderful experience. I loved it.
It's 1953. Why do you decide to join the Navy?
I just happened to be out on a Saturday afternoon and went by the post office, and there was a sign out front that said, Navy officers are here this weekend, sign up. And so I thought, okay. So I went in and signed up.
And you're 30 years old. You've already lived a big life at that time, and you say, I'm going in the Navy.
I just decided I wanted to do something different.
Different, one way to describe a nursing duty calling on this trailblazing Navy officer to journey back and forth across the Atlantic Ocean aboard a troop transport ship more than 24 times.
I made about 28 trips, round trips.
28 round trips across the Atlantic
Almost
Ocean?
2 years.
Do you know anybody who's done that?
No. A woman officer has to be aboard a Navy ship if there's any woman or child on board. That's a rule, and you don't break it. Mm-hmm. And so anytime we transported Navy wives or Army wives, any kind of service wife and their children back and forth from Brooklyn mostly to northern Germany, Bremerhaven. And then about 3 to 4 days, depending on the weather, to go across. And then you went through the English Channel and all into the North Sea. If it was wintertime, the North Sea was usually very rough.
Did you ever get seasick?
I didn't get seasick, but we had a lot of enlisted wives and children that would get sick.
You also played the role of counselor to some of these
women. Well, it was one-on-one a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. You
know, you have to imagine what these women are going through. The ones from the United States that were going over there, they were thinking they were going to Europe and how exciting it was going to be. They weren't too upset. But the ones that were coming from Europe and from Germany and from Italy and part of France, they didn't know what they were going to face. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them didn't speak English, and they had babies.
Her most harrowing moment? Passing a baby from one boat to another in high seas in the middle of a storm.
But you made a successful handoff.
Oh, yeah, but it was scary. I was scared to death. I'd drop her between the two boats. It's a scary feeling with a child's life in your hands.
Fond memories during her Navy career include the departures and homecomings.
There were lots of tears, lots of handkerchief waving, lots of flags. It was always exciting.
And nothing more exciting than seeing a reminder of home in New York Harbor.
Seeing the Statue of Liberty coming back in the very first trip that I made coming back was one of the most exciting things in the world, just to know we were back in our country.
Born before World War II.
I'm 100 years old.
Ruth Coughlin set sail on many a life adventure. 51 years of marriage, 5 children, 6 grandchildren, and her almost 5 years of service in uniform, she sums up in one word.
No.
My whole Navy career was wonderful.
And it was wonderful to spend a little time with you, Ms. Coughlin. You can read more of her answers to another 10 questions about the influence her military service had on the rest of her life right now in the Service and Sacrifice section of WBIR.com. Robin?
Love her story. All right. Thank you so much.